You know, I really like tea. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a review video on Undertale. So, yeah, we've done a full series on Undertale. I played 3 different playthroughs of this game. I did Neutral, Pacifist, and then Genocide runs. So yeah, I've played quite a bit of Undertale. I think we did a little bit over a dozen episodes, around that anyway, and I really enjoyed it. I had such a blast playing Undertale. It's got such a really cool world and a really interesting narrative, and the way the story is set up, you just start off like not really being sure what's going on, and then it just uncovers more and more as you go through, and stuff just starts to click and make sense, and things you saw before that you didn't realize were little hints or clues, now they're starting to unfold in the light. So the story of the game is fantastic. Like, it is really fun. Now, this is a game where you're kind of walking around and looking at stuff and interacting with little puzzles to get from point A to point B as you go along. It's very linear game too as you're going through it. And it's set up in that old sort of 8-bit graphic style of the 80s, even though it came out in 2015, because it's trying to basically be an older style game. But the funny thing about it is, it's not like it's just a traditional older style game. In some ways, it almost, I don't want to say pokes fun at the genre, or subgenre, or whatever you want to call it, but it definitely adds on to it, I guess you might say. It takes what's great about that genre and puts it there, but it's almost like it's aware that it's sort of in the past in a bit of a way. It's a little bit hard to explain without spoiling it. But the game is very interactive to your actions. It also breaks the fourth wall. I think when I was playing this, something that actually came back to my mind was that it reminded me a little bit of Doki Doki Literature Club, which I've also played, just in the way that it broke the fourth wall, just like Doki Doki Literature Club did. The game is very responsive to your actions, whether you choose to fight other monsters or you just talk situations out and leave them be. The game will respond in kind to that. And if you try to reset your progress and start over, well, without spoiling anything, the game will remember and there will be consequences for that. And like I said, you have basically different play styles that you can play through. You can play as a pacifist, which is where you don't hurt or fight anybody. You can play as a genocide, where you have to do everything very specifically, but basically you're fighting everybody. And the game has a great story. And I think the story was at its best when you were going through the pacifist run, and it wasn't very hard to play the game either. I found it decently easy. Genocide, there's less story and narrative, and I feel like you learn a lot less about the characters. So that was why I was glad that I played Genocide after doing Pacifist, because I knew so much about the characters and their stories, and I got a lot more out of it than I would have if I had played Genocide first, because I wouldn't have been so connected to them. And I could like point out all the little things that were different. But also, Pacifist is pretty easy for the most part. You walk, you interact with different cutscenes and such, you do these little puzzles, you move on. Genocide is super challenging, mostly because of 2 different boss battles that you had to go through. I had to spend hours on streams and practicing off stream to beat the boss battles. And it was almost kind of frustrating. I was really kind of crapping on the game for a while just because I was so ticked off with how difficult it was, but it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying it. I was very much enjoying the skill and the challenge it took to actually beat these bosses. Almost, I know this is a stereotype, but almost kind of like Dark Souls, right? It was just so rewarding to actually beat them and move on and finish. But yeah, I've just really enjoyed Undertale. I think it has, I don't know, it's a sort of game that you have to sort of be open to trying, right? Like, I don't know, I think that most people who actually like video games would really enjoy Undertale, but not if you only prefer a certain genre. You know what I mean? Like, if you like video games in general, you'll probably love Undertale. But if you fancy a genre that's got a lot of fast-paced action and really holds your attention, like shooters or MOBAs, and that's pretty much all you play, you're probably not gonna really enjoy it that much. Now, me, somebody who will play almost anything, I had a blast with Undertale. It was so much fun. I kept wanting to come back and play more of it, and yeah, I just got a really, really great value out of it, and it made for a really, really fun series. Everybody seemed to really enjoy it, too. It was probably one of the most popular series I've ever done on my channel. The price of the game usually is being sold for $10. In my opinion, it is definitely worth that. I got it on sale for $4, which I'm pretty sure is the lowest it's ever been on sale for. Again, a steal, pretty much. The game is definitely worth that. It is an indie project. It was mostly made by one guy and a crew of other people. There were like a few little secrets and stuff that I think even I didn't really quite uncover through our multiple playthroughs. Like, for example, there was this door in this cave that I could not figure out how to get open. And there were like these plants where you turn the lights on and off, and supposedly if you did a little pattern, it would reveal something, but I didn't actually ever figure out quite how to do that. So there's a lot of like hidden content and stuff that you can go back with and interact once you've gotten to a certain point, and that really just makes playing through the game multiple times worth it. So got a lot of replay value. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on Undertale. At the end of the day, great game, really worth the price. If you enjoy games where it's just kind of that older click and point adventure style, then you'll definitely very much enjoy this. And even if maybe you've don't really play a whole lot of those, but you like just various indie type games in general that are a little bit different than the norm, you'll probably still really appreciate this game for what it offers. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you all did enjoy it. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything on the channel or streamed. That's because I've gotten back into college and they've really been loading me down with a lot of schoolwork, but I want to take a little time this evening to make this video. So I really do appreciate you guys watching. If you did enjoy it or you found it helpful, please do leave a like on it. I would really appreciate that. I hopefully will have some other content up for you guys soon. I really do appreciate you being patient, supporting me, and all that awesome stuff. But yeah, until next time, I'm your host, Cascarte Utica. This has been my thoughts on Undertale, a Rise to the Top review. Until next time, I will see you all at the top.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.